Welcome. Welcome back to the channel. In my previous video, we talked about books and discipline, or mostly books that cater to how you can be more disciplined in life. I did preface that video with a disclaimer saying just reading won't make you a disciplined person. You need to internalize the whole message, the idea, the philosophy that is presented by the author in those books and take what you can and apply it into your own life by tweaking it. So I was starting out with the day as usual today, starting to work on some of the projects that I have going on at the moment. And I began with my daily to do list. And it's one of those very, very simple ideas. If I have to choose one productivity tool that would make me more disciplined in life, then that is this, my daily to do list, notebook, and of course, a pen. So I just wanted to discuss or share the idea of having a simple to do list in the world where we have apps and maps and caps and tabs and whatnot. I just wanted to talk about this simple analog tool, which is not digital, and how it has helped me over the course of these many years to become more efficient, more productive, and maybe a little bit more disciplined when it comes to getting things done. Because I don't know about you, but I have had days where I just wake up in the morning and the first thing that comes into my mind is the amount of work or the task that I need to get done in that day, and it just gives me a very nice anxious feeling. It's not nothing severe as anxiety attacks or anything, but man, I just stay on my bed trying to reflect what a kind of life that I am living. I get a little existential at times when I have these amount of tasks that I need to do, everything ranging from taking care of my bills to maybe personal projects to whatever everything else that is going on around. And I think it's the case for many of you who are watching this video as well. Maybe you are a student, maybe you work for someone, or maybe you are a freelancer, or maybe you have your own business going on. But no matter what you do, you always have these bunch of things that are going on in your life, everything ranging from personal to professional to side projects to dream projects and whatnot, right? So how do you balance everything that is going on into your life? I have tried apps and calendars and many different digital tools, but over the course of these many years, but now I have settled with a simple to-do list. So now I think I will just share what's how I use this, although it might be a very simple thing, right? So a very simple way. There are a couple of different ways how I use this. So say I am in a bad period where I am going a little out of track. I'm not catching up on my tasks. I am missing deadlines. So that happens every once in a while. Although I try to get a lot of things done, I do go out of track and lose my progress, lose my momentum. So that's where this comes in. I don't use this regularly, although this is called my daily to-do list. So what I do is I get this and I write down all the tasks that I need to do in a day or in a week, depending upon what kind of thing I have going on. Usually, say if I just want to target today, I want to get this day all right. So I just list down all the tasks that I want to have. Right now, again, take all the strategy that I share here with a grain of salt, and or maybe just take what you can apply it to your life. When I say I write all the tasks, maybe if that's overwhelming for you, you can just write down 5 major tasks that you want to get done in that day. And hopefully by the midday or by the late afternoon, you get those 5 things done. Then you add 5 more lesser important things that you want to try and do it in that day if possible, right? So it really depends what kind of nature you have, what kind of things affect you and what kind of things don't, right? For me, I don't mind having 10 or 15 different tasks on my notebook for a day. As long as my mind is free, I'm okay with that. But for you, if you are worried with 15 different tasks, maybe just write down 5 important tasks. So I write down important tasks from top to bottom and lesser important tasks, which might be something simple as, say, paying a bill for internet or paying a bill for something, which would just take 5 minutes out of day. So those things from bottom to up. So important things top to down, lesser important things bottom to up. When I finish important tasks from top to down, and then I move to lesser important tasks from bottom to up. So when I talk about this content segregation, we cannot forget Heisenberg matrix. Sorry, it's Eisenhower decision matrix. My bad. If you're not still familiar with Eisenhower decision matrix, it's, I think, popularized by American president, God bless America. And in the Eisenhower decision matrix, you have 4 cells or 4 categories of tasks. So all your tasks all the things that you would want to do in a day, you can categorize into those 4 matrices, and then go in the order of tackling things from important and urgent to urgent but not important, then important but not urgent, and neither important nor urgent. So you can go in that order in those tasks, and you can use this to-do list. You can just make the 4 matrices for the day and divide your tasks. I personally do not use Eisenhower decision matrix because I only have to manage my own project. I only am responsible for myself. But say you are in a position where you need to manage a company or a bunch of projects or a bunch of people, then you might want to use Eisenhower decision matrix. So it really depends on what kind of situation you are in, what kind of projects, what kind of scale of things you are trying to manage. Or maybe if you are trying to manage a Fortune 500 company, this a simple idea of having this tool would not work for you, right? So it really depends upon what kind of context you are in and how you manage the project. And for my advanced projects where I cannot finish a project in a day, I cannot put it over here and then say cross it off. For those advanced kind of things, I use a Kanban tool. A popular Kanban tool is Trello. You can also use Notion to make Kanban boards, and I think Notion is more flexible in the regards. You can convert things into Excel-like table, and then convert the same table into a Kanban board, convert it into a calendar, and keep track of all those kind of things. You can be a Notion nerd, just like my friend David, who is who has everything sorted out in Notion. But I like Trello as well. It's simple. So there are, again, a bunch of tools. I don't necessarily disregard the tools. It really depends upon what works for you and what not. And funnily enough, this video is sponsored by an app, Deathbed. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you know about Deathbed and not. But if you are coming here for the first time, welcome. My name is Keshav. I'm a software engineer by trade, but also some sort of an educator, YouTuber. And Deathbed is my very first app. In a nutshell, Deathbed is life expectancy calculator. You enter your date of birth, your country, your gender, and it gives you your statistical life expectancy. And it also comes with a bunch of other features, and you can also add your family members and get the statistical estimate for their life expectancy. It might be helpful to get the life expectancy of your parents, grandparents, children's, your spouse, your siblings, and whatnot. And hopefully this app helps you in many different bunch of ways, right? Maybe it helps you to become more disciplined, take care of your things, projects that are going on in your life. Maybe it helps you with the realization of the fact that time is not an infinite resource, and maybe you should spend more time wisely with your parents, your loved ones, right? And this app provides you with a bunch of analytical tools, and I'm still working on the app. I haven't I haven't stopped the development of the app, and I'm still working on many different ways how we can get more data points based on the data that the users submit to the app. For example, right now there is this feature where you can get how much awake time that you get. For example, say you got 10 years left, statistically speaking, but the 10 years that you got left on the clock, you won't get the entire 10 years, right? You'll be sleeping for, say, 1/3 of your life. So 3.33 years is what you'd be sleeping, although you got 10 years life expectancy. And the awake time that you get when you are conscious and living in this reality, that is 6.67 years, roughly speaking, right? And I'm still working on many different ways to give you an accurate or a statistical estimate of, say, things that you do. Say, for example, if you would watch 1 hour of Netflix every single day, how many hours would that accumulate in the future, roughly speaking, of course. And if you spend, say, 10 minutes or 30 minutes reading a book, how many books would you finish in a day, in a year, or in a lifetime, right? So all these kind of things I'm brainstorming with a lot of my friends and my mentors to make this app even more helpful in many different ways to the users. So yeah, you can check out the link in the description or the link over here to download the app. And the reason why I made this video on to-do list is because hopefully it's a nice addition to the previous video where I talked about discipline and how to become more disciplined. And hopefully this is one of those tools that you will have on your arsenal to become more productive, more efficient, and more disciplined in life, right? And hope this helps. And if you are still watching to the end of this video, then you are one of those rare person on the earth that I would like to meet. You are an absolute legend, and I salute you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Bye-bye.